Hello? Okay, weird. My microphone wasn't getting picked up. It's fixed now. So this is the card. Zerthoshock, thank you for getting a tier 1 sub. Did you know with Twitch Prime, etc. stuff and things? So this card is 3 and a black for an enchantment. Whenever a creature enters, that creature's controller can give any other creature -3/-3. And this looks like a combat trick. This is 4 spike. And this is a random card art. I think it's 4 spike. That's Thug Shaker Cavalry. That's Ilharg and Glint Dragon. I think Ilharg sees more play than the Glinting Dragon. Or Glinting Drake. That's Mesmeric Orb and Battlemaster Seraph or something. This one pumps your team for the number of equipment on her. This one mills everyone forever. I don't know these two. I'm going to click on the Paladin because he's cooler. Ooh, so this is Tuskguard Captain, which gives trample to +1/+1 counter creature. And this is Cacophony Scamp. It's going to be the Tuskguard Captain. Giving trample to +1/+1 countered creatures seems a lot more applicable to shit. This is some crazy shit from Edge of Eternities, and this is See the Truth. This is probably a red card. I'm going to give it to See the Truth. Okay, great. We only got one wrong, as per usual. All right, so we'll now do Spellify. The Sorcery. Target. All these commas give smallpox, but it's definitely not smallpox. So this is target. Target. Destro. No, so it's not destroy, it's not exile. Target land Becomes. No way, this is like target land becomes. I'm looking for like an until end of turn, but there isn't one there either. Sorry, there's a fucking crossword now. Whoa! Guys, there's a crossword now. Someone ever. Okay, so target, and then immediately 4-character word, which is so weird for a sorcery. Because I don't think it's lands. CHOOSE. Choose. Each. No. I think this first. Okay, I'm going to actually guess a character now. It's going to be choose. No. And this is in Target. Search your library for up to 3. Oh, this is buried alive. Creature cards. I have not done the crossword already, but we'll play it a bit on stream, I feel. Okay. SORCERY. So it's a sorcerer instant. DESTROY. TARGET. ENCHAMEN. Nope. So ARTIFACT. Destroy target something. Weird. Destroy target. Ooh, okay. I know. Destroy target non-black? Is that what that is? NONBLACK. Okay, hang on. Destroy target creature. Yeah, target creature cosmic drift. What's this? If this is destroy target creature, what the fuck is this? If it was a ARTIFACT or like something, this is the same word. COUNTER target creature spell. Okay, this is counter target creature spell. If it was a ARTIF, not artifact. We already know this is an artifact, but something spell. Audio weird for anyone? Is it audio weird for anyone else? You need to tell me immediately. Whenever someone puts audio weird for anyone else in chat, I immediately have a panic attack because it's just like, oh shit, my stream sucks. Yeah, audio is fine for everyone. Great. If it was a NONCRECREATUR. You draw 12 cards. No, you gain NONCREATU. Why are you seeing non-creature spell? If it was a something spell, you like, I don't know what this means. You smile instead. But no, there's no instead here. I'm feeling pretty confident this is counter target creature spell. But why would it specify? So, okay, this is what doesn't make sense about my hypothesis. Counter target creature spell. If it was a creature spell, like it is a creature spell, it's fucking targeted by the spell. If it was... Could it specify a creature type? Maybe? I don't think it would. Okay, this is also not a creature. This is not creature, this word. creature. This is creature. This ain't. It's not long enough. A complaint I hear quite frequently. Counter target permanent spell. But this isn't creature. creature. If it was a legendary spell, ooh, legendary spell, you colorless spell, you, but like I still know what this says. You draw 12 cards. Like, I don't know, you gain... Oh, the ring tempts you. I'm never getting this right. The ring tempts you. This is the ring tempts you. I am never getting this right, chat. Never in a million years. Glorious Gale. I spelled glorious wrong, I think. Yes, there's another U. I am, to be clear, this is me admitting a defeat. I've already said there's no fucking shot I'm ever getting this one right. So it's fine there. All right, I'll give Spellify that. It is definitely, that was definitely hard mode. All right, here we go. Oh, across Gaia, formerly Frost Armor. Aw. Oh, my grip. Dress down. There's a big one in Unstable. The event Aether Drift was centered on. What an angel and turtle have in common. Oh, a race? I could see that. Those positions of power on Strixhaven. Dean. Famous Isle of Chandelar. Fuck. When cards are made public without permission, leak. Ring of Cormus Variety and Swamps. Bell. Traff standing in the church. Is this a Geist? Oh, no, he wasn't a Geist. He was a Cathar. No, he wasn't a Cathar. Aw? Traff standing in the Church of Avacyn. I don't know what they call the... Oh, he's a saint. Yeah, the Geist of Saint Traff. I say. Yeah, saint. Dino-centric keyword centered on damage. This is an Enrage. Morgan of EDH Recast fame. Dad jokes. I'm not sure. Matt? Okay, you egotist. Get your name out of my fucking crossword puzzle. With peace and love. I do not know this one. Plane known for gods, monsters, and wild parties. This is Theros. Set code for a much maligned Universes Beyond release. Oh, Spider-Man. Sometimes tainted, sometimes defiant. Strike. Your back is this after a marathon commander session. Build. The Kamigawa Spirit of Fractured Calm. Kaimi. No, it's not Kaimi. Fucking, what is... So, Kamigawa Spirit... Something the Fractured Calm is a card. I'm stupid. Get Lost fame? I do not know. Water. Spanish for a blue making basic land? Oh, fuck. Kaima? Okay. Oh, yeah. That's the fucking stupid boar. I don't speak Spanish, chat. Someone save me. Hangerback is a famous one. A walker. Set code for the first return to Innistrad. That I don't know. Yisan. Soy? Is it Shadows over Innistrad? Was that the first return to Innistrad? I didn't think Soy was the first return to Innistrad. Oh, this is Aura. Inala. Liar. My first guess would be Kodama here. There's one for every cardinal direction and middle, but there's not enough line space for Kodama. Unless it's okay. It is tree. Okay, it's just tree. This is Uril. And Korean Triumph home to Snapdax. He's the Mardu guy, so that's Savai. Read the in Magic, it's a season on Bloomborough. Outside of Magic, it's a minimalist meme. Season of weaving. Read the bones? No, there's a... We would read my bone, chat. Like, there's not enough room for an S there. Yeah, loss. I see. That makes sense. Bones, but no B. Oh, B plus... okay. All right. There's trouble in these. In Commander and Art. Pairs. Toothy is Pier's imaginary friend. A long dead mechanic saw cards exchanged permanently. Ooh. We also have a random card from Zomsidian. Hunt for specimens. Ah, yeah, Anti. 72 across. A Capuchin descendant completed by Airtie. Ooh. It's not Gerard. Gerard's the only Capuchin I know. Raph Capuchin. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so green. A little bit of green humor. Name of a giant wizard from Kaldheim that is Aaron Capuchin. Yeah, Livio, Nalar. Yeah, that makes sense. So, Giant wizard from Cold Heart. Yeah, Agar, the freezing flame. Whose chariot? Asika's. There's a cheap one, a smart one, and a bad one, all from asses. And this is an Aegis. Oh, Aegis Angel, Aegis Turtle, I say. One of Rubble is a Gruul. This is a belt. Necromancer and Shovel Aficionado Gisa. A fortified one from Legends gives walls you control banding. Fuck. Oh, of course, my walls have banding. The most useful fucking mechanic. Seekas. Arena. Or area? Hang on, I think we skipped something. You go this with a lot of small creatures and going tall with a single big one. Wide. Hedron obsessed of Thada's family name. Adele. Rune of the Hidden Realm. 2 refers to this weird fish format. Dan. Lord of the Wings. Wait. Is this of the Eagles? He's the greatest. Ronnie. Panharmonicon. 1/1 black and green creature that awards you life when it pops. It's a pest. Enos. A famous isle on Chandelure. I mean, I'm just gonna have to take the word for it. Dale. Belt. Set code of Mox Diamond, Sliver Queen, Strong. This isn't Stronghold, is it? It's Ravi. I see. It's Evos. Oh, Evos Isle. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right. Yeah. There's also the one Warden of Evos Isle that makes spells cost less with flying. Gisa. Ooh, my alarm started. Hang on, guys. I have to take my silly pill. I keep them on my desk, though, so I don't have to leave, but pill time. Okay, pill time's over. Cultivate, reanimate, negate. Okay. A fortified one of these from a fortified area. I don't think that's... Ragman is dirty, yes, but he's also apparently this, according to the flavor text. He's silly. Silas. I was joking. All matter rots. Long defunct name for a white-black combo. Oreo. Inseparable from Rin. Sari. Making tokens make tokens is this Jeskai Legends game. Yeah, this one I don't know. Is that shitty bird? You don't do this with Lance. One mana red sorcerer that pings one and cantrips. This is... I think this is supposed to be Ryle. Oh, Offspring Commander? No. It's the Flying Jeskai one, the stupid fuck that I don't know the name of because he sucks so bad. So it's not Spider-Man. I don't think this is Spider-Man, no. Because I know this is Ryle. Akim the Wind. Okay, yeah, so it's ACR. You don't do this with Lance. Cast them. A famous all or nothing legacy dredge variant that eschews a primary resource. Mana. Whoa. What happened? Why did you just spam me over here? That sucks. Yeah, this is manaless. Aura. $60 across. This is a double artist question? That's fucking evil, dude. I don't know any surnames of artists. Stop. A human from... Is it just Aaron? Okay. Arnie Brokenbrow. The beverage of choice in the green beer. 48 down. Name for Vasquez. Oh, Sable, yeah. This does not feel right. So this is wrong. It's ACR. Kaima. Spanish name. Ayla. Okay. But I don't think we're going MT. I don't think that's what's happening here. I mean, you don't cast lands. Unless I'm just like not understanding the grammatical structure of Zalfir. Like I know Zalfir is based on like African like culture and shit. So like maybe this is just some like fucking vowel formation that my Western brain can't comprehend. Until the bill comes due. Okay, I guess it's Matendal. Reprint delivery system from 2024 succeeded by special guest. The list. And elsewhere flask. And this across is comes part and parcel with Kiki Jiki. There's some errors in your puzzle. Keep going. Manaless. Matenba. 44 down war. There's some errors in your puzzle. Okay, let's just go through. Gaia. Ward. Grip. Dress down. There's a big idea in stable, I guess. Race. Aegis. Dean. Evos. Mana. Or let this just leak. Uh-huh. Form a spell. Saint Traft. Enrage. Matt Morgan. Silas. Theros. ACR. Strike. Soar. Kaima. Eli. I'm just gonna believe that's right. Otter. Do we have a single person who's bilingual in chat that can confirm this is the Spanish name for island? Because I believe so. But alas. Hangerback Walker. Shadows over Innistrad. Matenda. Yisan Wanderer Bard. Aura. Inala. Sable. Ellie. Okay, this one. What is this down? Essex. This should be an X. Okay, there we go. We did it. Woo! Hooray. We've done it. We've done it. Great job, chap. Dude, there's no way. There's no feasible way that EDH rec crossword is daily. Weekly puzzles. So these are going to be weekly crosswords. They're not going to be every stream. But alas. Jish, thank you for getting a deck review for next week. All right. So do we have Mass Thespian here? Mass Thespian is here. All right, great. Let's do this. Yes, we have Nicol Bolas, the Ravager. The cool judge version. Let's duplicate this list. Is there anything you're excited to build around for Avatar? Not really. I'm kind of like decked out at the moment. Like I have all the decks I need and they all kind of all do what I want. But anyway, like I normally don't build around commanders. I think this is kind of something that's like pretty, if you like look at all my decks, you can kind of synthesize this point where it's like, yes, Safara I built around. Farrakha I built around. Like, what other commander have I truly built around? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't normally find joy in building around commander. I guess Kinesos. Like, not really a lot of these are built around stuff. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member, Doc Friend. All right, so. Also. I need to open up YouTube. Beep, beep. Okay, so. Let's read the blurb. I got distracted. All right, great. This deck was created in 2013 as a Nicol Bolas themed deck, led by OG Legends Nicol Bolas until 2019. And this deck has been continually updated since. It is my forever deck, as demonstrated by the upgraded constants, foil, alternative arts, invocation, expedition cards. So it means a lot to me and I'll never fully take it apart. Ideally, I want it to still be competitive in bracket 3 while still maintaining a Nicol Bolas theme. Ultimately, nothing is off limits, though please see the volleying points for specifics. Ideally, I'd like to see no UB cards added to it, but I'm willing to include them for theme or power level reasons. I've included the Soul Stone as I figured Bolas would like go after them if they were in the Magic Multiverse. I'd be okay with including the One Ring. You don't need the One Ring, don't worry. I am not planning on adding any OG dual lands to this deck. I don't have any strict budget limitations other than that. I am not a huge fan of off-color fetch lands, but I will include them if recommended. I'm happy for you to suggest different game changers, but please don't push me into bracket 4 by adding too many. Please don't suggest removing either of the following cards. Gem of Becoming. Gem of Becoming. Wow, that card sucks. You pulled a foil one back in M13 in 2012, and that's why you built the deck. Okay. The Iron Crag, which will be swapped out for a blue or red version of the Soul Stone once reprinted. And is mostly a legendary artifact for Mount Doom and a ramp placeholder. Given the choice, I'd prefer to include cards that are foil in the deck rather than not. Obviously, some of the cards I have never been printed in foil, which is in case I prefer full art. Okay. The deck's previous versions did not compete well against other well-built bracket 4 decks. Opponents removed my individually powerful cards of Devastation Gods, the Commander, etc., but continued to build the board presence through value engines. And I was overwhelmed, so I overhauled the deck. I've added value engines like Rhystic Study. Okay, I think Rhystic Study is, honest to God, like, not the advantage engine you should be going for. So, like, no Rhystic Study, no Black Market Connections. Jesus, that card sucks. I don't like Thopter Spy Network. These have to stay because they're Bolas. So, here's what we're adding. Good ol' Geth's Grimoire. Whenever an opponent discards a card, you may draw a card. You play Geth's Grimoire. You play Nicol Bolas. Each opponent discards a card. You draw 3. Okay, what does this guy transform into? MTG Freakin', thanks for the tier 1. Draw 2. Nicol Bolas does 10 damage to target creature or player. Or planeswalker, sorry. From graveyard on the battlefield under your control. Exile all but the bottom card of target player's library. That's funny. I'm going to hit you with the Art Bolas. I thought planeswalkers couldn't be commanders. Great news, this one has a creature on front, which makes it legal. Chandra's Defeat. Counter target non-creature spells controller loses 2 life. Hell yeah. And Bolas is in the flavor text. Yeah, discard deck with a lot of flicker effects would make sense. I think this main interactions, like, this deck's main issue is going to be interactive elements. Excuse me, while I cough in the microphone. I hear that makes great content. That's fun, but it's also really bad. When this enters, you may search your library for a card named Nicol Bolas the Deceiver. That shit sucks, probably. God, I wish Slave to Bolas was good. Like, God Pharaoh's statue is pretty decent. Whoa. That sucks. I don't think there's a single exception to the starter deck Planeswalkers suck rule. I do appreciate 42 lanes. I think it is too much. I do feel like we have too much landage going on here. I think you just go out with Locthwain. Then we added a couple cards to consider, and let's stick those in. I think that's an issue of card advantage, Mass Thespian. I don't think that's an issue with the number of lands you're running. I think if you start gassing out of lands, it's more that you need like stock up and shit. And then like, so like stock up isn't the correct one. Yeah, like Bolsa Citadel fucking hates lands. Like her, like notorious. So I think this is an issue of like card advantage and not necessarily your land count. So I'm just trying to think of like ways to maybe painful truths. Painful truths would feel fine, and it's also there's no special art of it, but there is the secret lair drop coming out. Ooh, whoa. Well, this is Universes Beyond. Wait, no. Nightmare, Nightmare, Nightmare. But this card's so good for you. It's crazy. You also hit like a Night's Whisper or something. All right, let's play test. Why are we running Forbidden Orchard? What's the point of this? Is it just a soul land? Because if like that's weird if you're just running it as like a 1 mana of any color land. Let's Mount Doom here. Combos with the Scorpion God. Okay, I can see it. That's fun. Jelly. Surveil 1. Graveyard. Boop, boop, boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ow. Brick. This gets abraded. Like, lands, once again, enemy of Bolsa Citadel. Although fetch lands help a lot. Ooh, yay, draw 2 cards. Also gain 4 life, right? So I think you're going to want to run Brainstorm and Brain Surge. These aren't entirely off theme for Bolas. And this lets you set up Bolas' Citadel stuff. And they're also just card advantage. At least Brain Surge is. Where you can go Brain Search for something and then, you know, very good play pattern with Bolas' Citadel there. This is not generic draw spell. Brainstorm and Brain Surge is for top deck manip for the Bolas' Citadel. I think you're out with Honored Heirloom. Silent Arbiter. In terms of theme, yeah. Waterlogged Teachings. Turnover. Bogart Bog. No, you probably... Bitter Blossom's in your hand, actually. You should probably play this. Yay, Bitter Blossom. I don't know why we're even on Bitter Blossom, to be frank. Like, what are we doing with Bitter Blossom and stuff? Okay, Brainstorm. I do like that card. Let's keep it. Boop. We could have also played Iron Crag last turn, so we'll do that. We have 2 fairies at this point. One, two, three, 4. Relic of Sauron. 1. Any 2 of blue, black, or red. So let's do blue. Blue. Brainstorm. Draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Damnation. Cool art. Great. So, I mean, it's actually doing some work here where we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boarding Broodlord. And in fact, we could have spent 1 less mana there because we would have another fairy. We played on turn 2. No, we'd have 3 fairies. Great. We get to search your library for any card. Let's get Omniscience. Next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Omniscience. And untap one of our manas. Okay, great. Gets Grimoire. Boop. The Locust God. Eldest Reborn. Opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Pow. Pass. Sink into stupor removal spell. Next turn. Each opponent discards a card. You draw 1, 2, 3 cards from Geth's Grimoire. Oh, look at that. You also make 4 1/1 insects. Ledger Shredder. Formative Hailfire 0. Draw. Discard Gem of Becoming. Draw 2 cards. Then discard a card. Make more insects. Nice, you have Mana Drain. Move to combat, hit you. Pass. Oop, Mana Drain your spell. Yay! Free Mana Drain. All right. I think that felt pretty good. I'm fine, Vincent. Thank you for inviting me, though. Actual play is not something I'm very interested in. I think it makes generally pretty bad video content, and I already play weekly Commander in real life, in paper, which I prefer to online clients and stuff. But thank you for inviting me. Yeah, I noticed that you have the Saw and Half Broodlord combo. I wasn't sure if you actually ran it or not. Wow, you have all the Invocation Gods. It's so sick. All right, so I think this is gonna do fine, as it is currently. I think it's tough because I feel like there is more Bolus we can fit in this deck, but it's also just like it would make the deck worse. I don't like filter out that much. You have a lot of enchantments and artifacts you care about. Let's look at Flavor Bolus and find an interaction spell here. Yeah, spell table's fine, but like much prefer paper. Yeah, oh shit button against a mass enchantment deck. Like, honestly, I'd rather you just run, like, Withering Torment in addition to Chaos Warp and stuff if you don't already have it. Okay, you do already have it. Beautiful. In that case, you can just rock the other one, Feed the Swarm. Why not both? Why not both? No, I think you have something going here, especially once you get Omniscience in play. We added a couple more counter spells here today, which makes this deck a lot more resilient when you have the Omniscience in play. And then we added some top deck manip for Omniscience number 2, Bolus the Citadel. All right, do we have Violet here? I don't think we have Violet yet. Do we have Josh? Wait, does Gem fetchy non-basics type duels? Why do I almost want to run a deck in my run this in my Davros deck? That made no sense to me. So, do we have Victor? Oh, Gem of Becoming. Island card, Swamp card, and Mountain card. Oh, that's fun. All right, Constrictor Vic is here. Ooh, Heliod. This is my first attempt at a control list and dipping into win conditions with token spam, draw pings, or some nonsense with everyone lives that makes the table deck out. Not a fan of smothering heuristic. No other restrictions beyond keeping me at bracket 3. Hullbreaker and Tidespout Tyrant are in considering since I'm not 100% convinced on them in terms of power level or in terms of like if they're cool to play or not. I do think you should be running Hullbreaker. The problem I'm having with the list is that when it's playing, I'm having a hard time committing to the control plan to try and stay alive and clear way for the combo plan. I'm just not sure if control cards are enough or if I just suck at control. All right. Heliod flips into cast spells as though they had flash. For each card your opponent's draw on this turn. So here's the thing with control. Giving your opponent's cards fucking sucks. If you are giving your opponent's cardboard, you are actively hampering your control plan. So it's tough because control wants to starve your opponents of resources and make them stop doing. And then this deck makes them do more. Which has me a little bit concerned. Okay, I see a Peregrine Drake. How are we comboing in this deck? Oh, 36 lands with Mana Geode and Vessel of Endless Arrest and oh my god. Your man is really bad. All right. I think let's go off all this stuff. Mind's Aglow. Prosperity. Blue Sun's Twilight. Fascination. Finale. This finale is fine. Destroy all the lands in your deck. Based. I don't like this like forcing everyone to draw a bunch of cards. Like I think I like the Windfall. And I like the Day's Undoing. We can keep these things. If you are running a Miracle, you need Brainstorm Brain Surge. Like, I don't think this is negotiable. Like, you don't get to skip out on Brainstorm Brain Surge. What I like about these is there's no card advantage. Like the wheel effects, there's no card advantage on a Day's Undoing if you're doing it on the right opponent's turn. I almost think that like Tolarian Winds is better than all this other stuff. Oh, that's just you. I thought it was for each player. My bad. Do you need senseis and scroll too for the miracles? No, you don't need senseis. Sensei sucks with miracles. Don't run senseis. It's the most expensive one, and it's also just not that good with miracles. In Commander. Chat. In Commander. Asterisks. In Commander. It's not that good with miracles. Like, it's not bad, but and then Scroll Rack is expensive, but if it's only for miracles and you don't have a lot of shuffling, then it's a little bit mid. You need 3 fairy. I'm typing his nickname in. Teferi Time Raveler. And I think you'll also need, you can do the cool bird art for $3 more. That's worth it. And also do Teferi Mage of Zalfir. Okay, so why do we want these 2 Teferis? Why are these important? If you are the only player who can cast spells with flash and everyone else is sorcery only, then great. You're so set. It's unreal. This actually lets you control the game. Whereas before, if you just draw everyone a million cards, everyone has a million counter spells now. Everyone has a million removal spells. These make it so that way if you're on the stack, no one else is. Effectively, all of your spells will have split second once Heliod has been flipped and Teferi's on the board. Either one. You can lean into a knowledge pool play with those Teferis. I just fucking hate knowledge pool. Honest to God, knowledge pool locks are so boring. There's no texture with a knowledge pool lock, is what I feel. Now, you're allowed to have different opinions on cards than I am, chat. But with peace and love, I find knowledge pool to be incredibly boring. It's also what I don't like about knowledge pool is the card's fucking dead until you're comboing with it. Anyway, entreat the angels. We got the brainstorm in, the brain surge, into the flood mom. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's funny, but I don't think that's a good counterspell. That's funny once again, but I think you should be moving slightly off of the draw spells. All locks are boring, Elk. I don't know what you mean. I think you're just wrong. I think you're just wrong. Because Brazella lock is fucking hilarious. And there's a way to wiggle out from underneath it. Right? So when you Brazella someone with Gaddock Teague in play, and someone spikes the Solitude and gets your ass, that shit's fucking hilarious. And that's actually such a fun lock to be playing. Or someone clones your Brazella, and then now you have to get out from under their angel. Like, I think you're just incorrect. You're just incorrect. You can redeem it whenever, B702. All right, so let's worry about your mana here. Mana Severance is funny. Is it good? Muddle the mixture to tutor for it. And then you run a Goblin Charbelcher. And now it's good. Lock is locking the game state. Yeah, it's like a prison kind of deck. Okay, Gilded Lotus. I like Machine God's Effigy. I hate this card. Each time player draws a card, sure. All right. Out with Sonic Screwdriver. Out with Mana Geode. Out with Lantern of Revealing. Commander Sphere is fine. Coalition Relic out. Chromatic Lantern out in a fucking 2-color deck. You have an illness. I'm surprised not to see Miko Koro, Center of the Sea. Each player draws a card for 2 and tap. I do like the Astral Cornucopia Everflowing Chalice. This is fun, where it's reduced by the amount you... Kicker's reduced by this cost reduction, right? Like, we're good there. Like, this works, right, chat? What was the bracket restriction on this deck again? I believe 3. Yeah, 3. Okay, yeah, it works. Great. Let's get a glass pool mimic in here. And that might seem like a weird addition because it can only copy so many creatures in this deck. But a copied Psychosis Crawler, a copy Hullbreaker Horror. These are fucking insane. Scrawling Crawler, right? So glass pool mimic is not something to sleep on here. Okay, so now... God, am I stupid or is this like the best Chains of Mephistopheles deck ever? And it's just horrific that it's in black. Like, if you could run Chains in this deck, it would be so broken. Anyway, let's get the other miracle card in here. Type miracle. It affects when you wheel. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Oh, miracle. Devastation Tide. Temporal Mastery. And then you're already rocking Terminus and Entreat. Ooh, wait, what about Wedding Ring, chat? Isn't Wedding Ring like really fun in this deck? You choose an opponent, and then whenever you jerk that opponent off, you get a little jork as well. Right. Zorius Signet. All right, I do think Fascination can come back in. And then what does Folio of Fancies say? Because this is a card that has me a little interested. Each player draws X cards for XX tap. I don't really like that much. It's at least I don't like it more than Fascination. Yeah, before you had Minds Aglow in this deck, I don't think you can cost reduce Minds Aglow with Heliod. No. You misunderstand. Our spells have flash, Bletchley. Our spells have flash. So we can flash Days Undoing on an opponent's turn and R&D. Believe it or not, they thought about this. If it's your turn, end the turn. So if you flash Days Undoing on an opponent's turn, you can reduce Minds Aglow. Oh, well, that's news to me. That works. That's each player may pay any amount of mana. So this can get cost reduction? From Heliod? No, it can't. Okay, great. Yeah, no, Minds Aglow sucks. That's what I'm talking about. You cannot reduce Minds Aglow. Because it's not part of the cost of the spell. It's part of the resolution. Yeah, exactly. You're paying mana into it, but it was reduced with Heliod, no? No, it's not reduced by Heliod. An X in the cost was reduced by Heliod. A 1 in the cost was reduced by Heliod. the pay any amount of mana is not reduced by Heliod, which is what I figured. All right, I'm gonna get more islands in this deck. Because I do think that, oh my god, Moxfield. So let's get more Islands in here. Yeah, Prosperity is, it's fine. Hallowed Fountain Inn. I mean, are we breaking a budget here? Hang on. Okay, so there's no budget restriction. So I am going to recommend you run Meticulous, Hallowed Fountain, and not Tundra. And then just get the on color fetch. Is fetch land. Just run the on color fetch, Flooded Strand. It's the cheapest one too, as far as I'm aware. So all of those are in, and the reason why is Mystic Sanctuary. So I don't even think you are running enough islands to consistently get Mystic Sanctuary online. But being able to put a island or a miracle back on top of your library is super valuable. I do like Echo Beyonds. That's a pretty good one. Because this will be cost reduced a lot. And then you can wheel and then wheel again. Wah, I thought you were starting at 11. No, I start whenever. I think it does say on the coffee deck review. Like, it'll start anywhere. Oh, it starts at 11 to 3, it says on there. Yeah, today we started at 10. Don't worry, Violet, you didn't miss anything. We're still doing deck reviews. Typically what I'll do is I'll push anyone who's not here to the back, Violet. So you're at the back of the list, and then I'll do your deck review at the end if you're not here. Or I won't do it at all if it was like very strict wording, like you are not going to do this deck review without me. Lorien Revealed. Okay, it's already in. Great. This can island cycle for this Mystic Sanctuary, by the way. Are there other... Yes, so there are. So let's do a Tataru Taru. I maybe just jam like a Sajiri Shelter as well. Just to protect Heliod. All right, let's play test. Flooded Strand. Fetch 4. Meticulous Archive. Surveil 1. Gaia Reach Sanitarium. That's one of our best lands. Negate. Let's just develop Spellskite here. Oop. All right, well, we already have Spellskite in play. Let's just develop Heliod. Dink next turn. 1, 2, 3. So we don't have enough mana to do that as well. Activate only as a sorcery. 1, 2, 3. I mean, we might as well just flip him. Ow. Someone goes to kill spell Heliod on their turn. You go 1 in a blue. Last pool Mimic on Spellskite. You Spellskite the kill spell onto Spellskite. Now you still have a Spellskite. Or you can do it this the other way too. That's so funny. And there's Sajiri Shelter to protect Heliod more. We're all going to draw a card and then discard a card. Spells are reduced by 4. White, white. So, like, this is where I don't like White Sun's Twilight here. I think we got a little lost in the X spell sauce. You're like, ooh, what cool X spells are there? And you're like, Martial Coup, White Sun's Twilight. And I don't know if that's the correct way to be going about killing your opponents. So I gotta ask, do you want to win with tokens, or are you just running these because you don't know how to win the game otherwise? Because we could go lean more into draw hate. But if you want to win with tokens, we can do something with this if you want to. I don't like Smuggler Share because Smuggler Share is like Smuggler Share in my mind is worse than Wedding Ring. With the wheels, plan was to go get a huge huge reduction in Alpha Strike with tokens. Yeah. So I know that was your plan. Is that how you want to win? Is that what you're attached to? I wasn't asked how you're winning. I was asking if you're attached to that strategy. If not, let's go into draw punishers only. If yes, let's lean more into tokens. That's my question. I know that's how you want it. Like I know that's how the deck was built to win before. But my question is are you attached to that win? Do you want that? Not particularly attached to the token plan. No. Okay, great. There we go. We've gotten our answer. Martial Coup, White Sun, Twilight out. I'll keep and treat the Angels because it's funny. And let's go. Psycho Twilight, thank you for subbing. Guys, did you know what Twitch Prime you could... So. O tag draw Punisher. I've been draw hate. No. Ooh, delectable, a consecrated sphinx. I do like the fairy mastermind idea here. We're not a Narset kind of deck. A Narset's not the vibe. Narset would be so good in the deck, it's also just not the vibe. This card's $14. That's so crazy. Woo! Scam train started by Swax. Thank you for subbing. Hop on the scam train, ladies and gentlemen, and etc. Unagi is definitely a good card. I wonder if you do just go like Recruiter the Guard. I also just don't like this Peregrine Drake. I'm sorry. The hell's a hype train? You can get, if you sub and give bits right now, you can unlock exclusive emotes. It's the Jeff Bezos scam train. It is a way to throw money at Twinks. You can kind of just do that whenever you want, though. Each player draws X. Okay, maybe you do also run Scott. Okay, maybe the Gilded Lotus actually wasn't that bad. And then you run, not Mox Pearl, what the fuck? Sky Diamond. I think it's the blue one, right? Yep. All right. Playtest. I would not keep this hand. I would keep this one, though. And treat the angels if only you were my first card this turn. Bender's Water Skin is pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad. One of the few 10 out of 10 designs from Avatar. I think you're crazy. I think Avatar has quite a few good designs. Here I just pass 1, 2, 3, and then you hit them with the Brain Surge technology. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you go Swords to Plowshares on top, Devastation Tide on top, upkeep, draw Devastation Tide. Oh, it's a miracle! Put that in your hand. Draw another card. Because that trigger's still on the stack. Turn over 1, 2, 3. And then you go Frantic Search. 1, 2, 3. Draw 2 cards. Then discard 2 cards. Okay, I give up on the Mystic Sanctuary Dream. 1, 2, 3. Scrawling Crawler back into play. Next turn. Okay. Now you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Heliod. Pass. Someone goes kill spell Heliod. You go Shazuri Shelter Heliod. Next turn. Boop. Alright, here we go, chap. We're about to go crazy. You pass. Oh, actually, if you flip Heliod first, this is a very important thing to do. Flip Heliod first. You pass. You windfall on an opponent's draw step, after an opponent's draw step. And you tap Not Like a Moron. Alright, each player discards their hand and then draws the cards equal to the greatest. So, let's say the greatest was 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy shit. We have a combo. Aw, no, not quite. Blue. Mana Severance. All right. Bing. 1 mana short, but you get to kill a player here and also get to order your library however you want. And you can do this actually, wait, 1, 2, 3. You can do this in response to your, so this card's already been drawn, but you can do this in response to your normal draw step because the Scrawling Crawler triggers first. And then you just like fucking organize your library however you want. Because you reveal it all and then put it on the bottom in any order. So now we're stacking our library however we want. So like, what do we want? We want like Phyrexian Metamorph. Temple Bell. We don't want untappers. Watch this, watch this. This is why we don't want untappers. You're about to witness it. Okay, it's this one. So we want this card first in the pile. And then you want Temple Bell. And then you want Metamorph. And then you want... Does Machine God's Effigy allow you to copy a normal thing? You can also into the Floodmaw your own thing as well. Because we just have like kind of like an insane amount of mana. So we don't really need to be copying an artifact, right? These are dead cards when we're not doing this. But it's a live draw. Okay, Machine's Got Effigy. As any creature, so not artifact too. But what we can do, library like this. 2, 3. Hang on, wait. We do want Gilded. Do that. Okay. So draw for turn. Blue. You draw 2 cards. And then each player draws a card. Think Temple Bell. This is free. Draw. Free. Phyrexian Metamorph.
Kill the second player, right? Yeah, it is players, opponents, things only. Dude, just get Hullbreaker Horror. Like, just put a Hullbreaker Horror on top of your library instead of the Gilded Lotus. Okay, we've cast Phyrexian Metamorph. Hullbreaker Horror picks up Temple Bell. Temple Bell picks up Goblin Charbelcher. You replay Goblin Charbelcher, right? Like, we don't have the mana here, but like if I did this turn more optimally, we probably would. Or if I stacked my library slightly better. But there's definitely a pile there where you can just do infinite damage to everyone. Even without needing Mana Severance, honestly. Like, you can just belch everyone for infinite damage. Oh, no, you need to pay 3 each time. Mystic Forge. I don't really like Mystic Forge. I don't think that should be in this deck. We have 11 artifacts. 12, 13, 14, 15 hits with it. No. Hullbreaker does go infinite with 2 mana rocks. You're right. So you go like clone Hullbreaker Horror, rock, and you go ding 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 ding, and then every time you also get another Hullbreaker Horror trigger because you have a clone of it, and then you go blast for infinite damage because every time you cast the Goblin Charbelcher, you can pick up a mana rock, and then you activate the Goblin Charbelcher with your infinite mana, and then you pick up the Charbelcher again and go ding 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 ding. I think this said. So that all being said, I think this deck's ready. Yep. All good. All right, Violet's here, so let's do Violet's deck now. Infinite mana, Brain Freeze. I think you missed the part where we don't need enablers that don't do anything else. How do you feel about card draw spells with selections such as Memory Deluge, Stock Up, Consult the Start Charts compared to super mana efficient ones? I think they're fine. I think if you're going to run them, you need to be doing the instant speed ones. So maybe cut Painful Truths for Consult the Star Charts would be my recommendation. Anyway, Violet. Bracket 2. Oh, 2 and 4, rather. I love the core of pirate cards, especially with Admiral Brass, and wanted to play and win with Gem. Generally, I despise self-mill, so I wanted the deck to work with discarding the pirates through looting. I've loved the deck since LCI released, but I've had a hard time with it recently. I don't know what I'm doing with a deck that draws a lot of ire and whining from my pod, but I find myself getting hated off the table and losing to green a lot. It's really cool to port Razor and chain 6 combats to win. I wonder what you're doing to draw so much ire. But that's the Christmas Land play pattern that my opponents have come to expect. I get stomped when the green guy gets a ram for free. The deck is really awkwardly stuck between brackets 2 and 3. I don't know how to balance it out. Having a cool pirate feeling deck with running enough consistent enablers and interaction. Universes Beyond is mostly pretty cringe, but I can tolerate a few cards. Okay, so really quick question. Are you bracket 2 or 3? Like, I kind of want to know where to be optimizing this at. Also, I'm going to move this sideboard to considering. Just so it's kind of out of the way. The list is currently a 2, but if you think the play pattern makes it a 3, I can do that as well. If you sit down at your play group, are they mostly playing precons and like 2s, or are they mostly playing 3s? Is maybe a better way for me to phrase this question. No, with peace and love to professional facebreaker, I will be changing any unreadable arts into readable ones. Mostly playing 3s, I think. Okay, we can definitely move this up to a 3 then. I think it's healthy to match the freak of the table. All right, not a big fan of Starwinder in this deck. It's definitely decent, but we can definitely get a little funnier. I do not like Wonder, although this is a discard theme deck, so maybe actually Wonder's kind of fine. Since we are a discard theme deck, I hope to see Captain Howler. He's right here. Whoa, this card's sick. Dude, this is a fun Pirates deck. And I imagine you have Nesting Grounds.
You don't? Okay, I get to put you on some new tech. Nesting grounds. Nesting grounds lets you move counters around. So if you have a pirate you really like and you bring it back, you can then go, okay, great. I'm going to take the finality counter off of this pirate and put it on your creature. We're trying to avoid Universes Beyond cards, Basilisk, but Oaka would be a very good card here, yes. All right, I like the vibe of a lot of the pirates going on here. So Khan is currently out of town, Cameron. So he has very limited internet access in Turkey. So since he's out visiting family, there's not been a lot of uploadings of the Magic Mirror podcast. We have recorded a Magic Mirror podcast for each week that Khan wasn't here, and they're all going to get uploaded at once. Soul Diviner's fine. I think we're a little lost in the sauce, though. Like, it's not that important to be recurring these things, and it's just nice on a land that has very low opportunity cost to be running versus, you know, jamming a million billion objects and stuff. But yes, the Magic Mirror podcast will be back soon, Cameron. It's not over. There will be stuff uploaded. It's just that Khan is out of town. And I think he's actually coming back this weekend. So you should be able to see the first of these uploads, if not all of the uploads soon. I was about to say, has Fable the Mirror Breaker always looked like this? And the answer is no. This is the alt art one. Okay, what's weird is your interaction suite does look very good. So I was like a little bit concerned, like, oh, this person's having issue with their pirate deck. Chances are their interaction suite and their protection suite isn't that good. But no, this is a pretty decent interaction suite. I think maybe what we should lean into is maybe more of like a... I don't know if I want Patriarch's Bidding. But maybe like Anger? I think this is like an Anger deck. I'm normally not a big fan of Anger, but I think if we have a deck for Anger, this is it. And the reason why is Patriarch's Bidding. Patriarch's Bidding. Choose a creature type, and then you return all creatures of the chosen type. But if you have Wonder and Anger in your graveyard, I have great news for you. And then maybe let's do a Buried Alive, right? So you Buried Alive your favorite pirate. Oh, it's already in. You Buried Alive Anger, your favorite pirate, and another thing. And then you just, after you get enough pirates in your yard from discarding them, you go Patriarch's Bidding and just bring back all your pirates with flying and haste. Like, that shit's crazy, right? I mean, at that point, you should probably be on Bazooka Bog. Bog your scariest opponent with creatures in their graveyard. Because this is symmetrical. Each player chooses a creature type. If there's someone with a big flying lifelinking angel that ruins your life, you bog them. And then you Patriarch's Bidding. I do like Museum Mortars. Key to the City could be pretty good. All right, let's play test. I think this is a risky keep, but you can. I do not like how clunky this hand is in terms of mana values. But once you get to Frantic Search mana, you're kind of cooking. Maybe you just cast like Merchant Raiders here. Jesus Christ, the pirates in our graveyard are so cracked. Admiral Beckett Brass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus Christ, we've definitely descended 8, right? Nope. Close, though. Sure, B702. Okay, beginning of combat. Fort Razor. It has haste. We also tap something. Dink. After this combat phase, there's an additional combat phase. Oh, it's the beginning of combat. Bink. Oh, great heavens. A coercive recruiter. In control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. Until end of turn, it's also a pirate. Bink. Boop, boop. Oh, here's Ramirez de Pietro, Pillager. Oh, actually, let's get fucking Grim Hireling. Just fucking Omniscience. All right, we have Pirate Omniscience in play now. Right, because we're about to crash out in a major way. Hireling's not a pirate, it's a rogue. I'm cutting it from the deck for giving me hope. All right, well, this deck seems like actually pretty good already. Should we put actual Admiral Beckett Brass in this deck? That seems really funny. Because imagine you had Admiral Beckett Brass in the graveyard there instead of professional, or rather, Grim Hireling. And you go, okay, I steal something from you, you, and you. Like, that's kind of awesome, right? The mana values actually don't seem that bad. I thought there were, but I think I just drew like a glut of 4 drops. Okay. Okay, let's put the ghost of Ramirez de Pietro in your deck. You are a self-discard deck, so Ghost of Ramirez. And then we'll cut dude, honestly, like Roaming Throne is not needed. Since we're at 3, what game changers would you add? Rift seems obvious, but I'm not sure about that. I don't think you need any. Is that crazy to say? Like, yeah, you could add game changers up the ass here. Like, Deflecting Swat would be... Oh, Deflecting Swat's not even a changer anymore. But, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like the synergy's already here where you will brawl at bracket 3 perfectly fine. Like, you shouldn't just be like, what game changer should I add to power up my deck to bracket 3? Where it's just like, you don't need game changers to make a bracket 3 deck. Yeah, exactly what B702 said. I think I would like to cut one of these looters for something like a looter ill core instead. Like just a creature that can participate in this multi-combat shenanigan fest. Because Bort Razor says, oh no, just untaps each creature you control. So the tap ones work as well, but looter's also just fine, so. I mean, yeah, you could run DT, but you can run DT in any deck. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think this deck needs Game Changers to be good. I think it's already kind of farming. I think the Patriarch's Bidding already gets the deck most of the way there. Insofar and as like, if you get super wrathed, you can bring everything back with Patriarch's Bidding. Oh, Francisco. Francisco would be fun. Foul. Whenever one or more pirates you control deal combat damage to a player. Explores. Don't neglect the explore mechanic. It's busted. I don't really like it that much. It's definitely fine, but it taps you out of your mana, which is something I think you never, ever, 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 ever want to do in this deck. Ever. You never want to tap out in this deck. Because you need a hold open counterspell. You need a hold open negate. So with Peace and Love, I'm asking you to try and never tap out for like a big explosive play. Because if Admiral's in play and you have the extra combat pirate, you are already explosively playing. In fact, actually, I might add mana value equals stub. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1, or if your creature with power 4 or greater, you will if you Admiral Becker Brass is in play. She makes a 4/4. You just counter it. It could be that you have too many rocks. Especially when you have all these pirates making treasure too. Okay, I'll cut Admiral. Sigh, I'll cut Admiral Beckett Brass. Okay. I think you're set. All right. Great. Yeah, no, I think this is good to go. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Let's do B702's free deck review here. There's a primer and tax if you wish to read them before duplicating. I'll definitely read the mid-range control sneak attack list. The deck wants to benefit from Perforos' sneak attack in as many layers as possible, sacrificing creature for value, dice effects, scary road recursion, and even using big creatures as a surprise blockers. Expecting your threats not to stick around. Perforos being indestructible and a creature. Okay. Cards in the maybe board are not approved by most playgroups, but sometimes I wish I could play it. Okay. Kind of want to make it work better in the bracket 3 environment while not resorting to cards like Blightsteel Colossus because it's just unfun. Looking to double the price of the deck, so an extra $100 is fine. Okay, great. Yeah, let's duplicate this. All right, so this is funny. I don't know if gambling is conducive to bracket 3. At least this power level of gambling. Like, there's definitely some amount of gambling that's very good for bracket 3, but just like I spin my Sundial of the Infinite into Mind Stone is like, that feels fucking bad. I want to see the appeal of Magus of the Wheel, but I just can't. Felden, of course, is the perfect complement to Perforos. Dual Caster Mage. As, like, why? We're not Twin Flaming. Magus with haste, though. Yeah. I wouldn't put Wheel of Fortune in this deck. Like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, even if Wheel of Fortune was $2, I wouldn't put in this deck. I feel like you're missing the point, Rage Mage, where I'm just like, I don't think it's a good card for the deck. Dualcaster Mage has copied so many fun spells before. Then run Fork. It's Dualcaster Mage flashing it out costs the same as Perforos. Run 3 steps ahead. Or not 3 steps ahead, sorry. Fucking return the favor. Because that's also a redirect. So, like, they go exile Perforos, you can go, no, exile your own Bolsa Citadel. And this is the same man. Like, you're not recurring the ETB, are you? Like, maybe with Felden. I guess Felden's, like, the one use case. But then, like, maybe we shouldn't be building around Felden and lowering the card quality because of Felden. Whereas, like, Return the Favor is just a lot better in a lot more circumstances. Take the initiative. No. I love initiative. I don't know if we should be... I don't know if that's the ceiling of what we're doing here. Yeah, sure, but are we saying, like, we're God Pharaoh's gifting your Dualcaster Mage? You can't be serious. Like, Mimic Vat's a lot more of a reasonable take, I feel, but... God Pharaoh's gift is not a reason to... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is fun. Happy to see the Sandstone Oracle. Yep. Nullspine Dragon, Havoc Eater, Dracoseth, Dragon Mage, Trumpeting. I don't really like Steel Hellkite, but it does have moments where it actually does impress me quite a great bit. Okay, let's get a Trash for Treasure in here. Low key, you want a way to double the budget of this deck instantaneously? Ancient Bronze Dragon. What the fuck is it called? Am I stupid? Copper. Like, if you're gonna buy one card, BE702, Ancient Copper is the stupidest one you could probably buy for this deck. It's certainly an option. What's great about Ancient Copper Dragon, specifically for this list, is you hit someone with it, they take 6 damage, you make on average around 10 treasure tokens, and then it doesn't matter if Perforos gets exploded and exiled forever, because you have 10 treasure tokens to play your next big threat with, or you can replay Perforos, right? So, like, it's a really stupid for this deck. And in fact, I'm going to also raise this point for the Minotaur. Neheb. Neheb the Eternal. Right? You've hit someone with a giant fuck, and Neheb also comes out. And then you get a bunch more mana to actually hard cast something to keep. Mana Geyser? What about Karlach? Smash twice? No. What is it called? Bloodthirster. Bloodthirster is like the stupidest card ever made. So it's better than Portraiser in that it has flying and trample, so you just can't avoid it. And then you get an additional combat. Oh great, I have Neheb. Oh great, I have Ancient Copper. I hate you again. I hate you again. I hate you again. Haragast would be so cool. Wait, you're cooking with the merge cards. Haragast. Haragast? No H? Yeah, merge Haragast out of a fucking loser that you cheated into play. Maybe out with Duplicant. Duplicant's kind of fine. Didn't Bloodthirster go up in price recently? And then go into deck based on price limit? It said limit of like $200 from BE702. I kind of like Cauldron of Souls. That's kind of funny. Let's take Home out. I like the rest of the ramp. Sacrifice a creature. Love that card. Shadow Flame Conjuring I'm a bit more reserved on. All right, let's play test. Are they still tapped after the first combat? Don't kill me if I'm wrong. So if you read the card Bloodthirster, you'll realize that you're wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put Phyrexian Triniform under this thing. Pass. Pass. By the way, if you're the Perforos player and you're doing this shit, you're just land passing, I am killing you. No, I'm such a... Don't hit me. Dude, your hand is 5 million 7-drops. Does Bloodthirster only untap itself? If so, that is a little more questionable. Okay, Perforos. Ancient Copper. All right, here you go. Roll a d20. Don't roll a 1 on stream, please. Roll a 15! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, 15 treasure tokens. Okay, Bloodthirster is not the best for this deck then, but it's also... It works with God Pharaoh's Gift, which is a little bit funny. So I don't want to entirely discount Bloodthirster, but... Yeah, I guess Karlach could be better, but Karlach only does it once, whereas Bloodthirster works better with the Throne of the God Pharaoh. Or, you know what I mean, the God Pharaoh's Gift. Okay, so now you go... 1, 2... Emerge Haragast from the ancient... No. Let's just do 1, 2, 3. Incinerator. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, do this first. And then you play the Incinerator afterwards. And then you go 1, 2. Haragast from the Incinerator. When you cast the spell, you may exile your hands if you do draw 3 cards. Okay, never mind. We're fine. We're fine. As Emerge. 1, 2, 3. Meteor Golem out. Destroy target non-land permanent. 1, 2. Blast Furnace Hellkite. Sacrifice the Meteor Golem. And then... Pass. End step. Yeah, I mean, I very much like the Ancient Copper Dragon, but wouldn't that card increase the volatility of the deck too much? Like, hands with Ancient Copper Dragon are too good compared to others. So, BE702. If I add any good card to this deck, you can say the exact same thing. And you can already say this for stuff that's already in the deck, too. Like, I don't know. I just think it's a non-argument. Like, are hands with, you know, Sandstone Oracle better than hands without Sandstone Oracle? Yes! Sandstone Oracle's busted in this deck. Right? Like, I just don't think it's that big of a deal. Magar Satan, thank you for the Prime sub. Clive is not already in this deck, but I do think Clive would be very good for it. No, I don't think you need to gamble for this deck, because this deck's going to do shit regardless of whether or not you, you start the game exploding people or not. Okay, good. Combustible Gear Hulk's in here. I really want to like Duplicant. I really do. Clive is way better than Magus of the Wheel. You are correct. Yeah, I think let's get Karlach in here. I don't think you cut Bloodthirster, though. Mostly because Bloodthirster just works so well once again with the God Pharaoh's Gift. I think you maybe cut Gate to the Afterlife. Wait, non-token creature control, you may gain 1 life. Then you may draw a card if you do discard a card. Like, that's kind of cute. But also, simultaneously, I don't think you need it to have God Pharaoh's Gift be good. I would not keep this hand. I would keep this one, though. Terrain Generator is probably one of your best early game cards. Pass. Murphy. 1, 2, 3. Neheb. 1, 2, 3. Duplicant. That only makes 6 red mana, though. Rexian Triniform. 13 red mana, second main. Cycle Blasted Landscape, then. Cycle Smoldering Cradle. We have been flooded. We get 3 golems. 1, 2, 3. Celestis. Yeah, now we're a tad flooded, aren't we? And this is why Sandstone Oracle is really busted in this deck. Yeah, let's get rid of Tectonic Reformation. I like the theory. I don't like the practice of it. And then another giant fuck off card draw spell for red. What if you did like Dream Pillage or whatever it's called? When this creature deals combat damage to a player, exile that many cards from your top of your library. Until end of turn, you may cast spells from among those exiled cards. How many do we get to look at? Oh, 4. 4. Mountain revealed. These go on the bottom. So what you want to do, B702, is do this every game. You want to turn 2 Purphoros every single time. Into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Triplicate Titan, Blast Furnace, Hellkite. Turn 3. This is 38 damage. It's 28 damage. But no. Don't add Ancient Brass Dragon for it. It shall make the deck too indecisive and explosive sometimes, right? Like, it's a Purphoros deck. It's going to be that way. Pew. Whoa, Feldon! Welcome to the party, buddy. Welcome, Feldon. Feldon, how's the wife? How's the kids, bud? Yay, Metageyser! All right, great. I think this is good to go, B, 7-2. I love Purpose. Yay! You cannot ask Feldon of all people that. All right, I think this is good to go. Okay, honest to God, actually, maybe you do cut like trash for treasure. I don't think you actually need it. Hmm. Whenever this creature attacks or dies. That's kind of fun. Oh. Maybe? I would like one more card draw spell in here that isn't symmetrical. Other Neheb. I mean, other Neheb isn't bad, I guess, yeah. Or just do a Tushi. Oh, Bonehorde Dracosaur, of course. Okay, great. But that's on your upkeep. We just do this on the end step. Rex is the number of word when it enters or attacks. Oh! Wait, why isn't Dragonhawk in your deck? Jesus Christ, that's so much damage. That's so much damage. And it's so much card draw too, but also, Jesus. Enters or attacks. All right, we solved the problem, chat. All right, do we have Josh here with us? Well, here's the thing with Dragonhawk. Even if you can't use the Impulse Draw off Dragonhawk, it does not fucking matter. You just kill everyone. Okay, Josh is here. Great. Whoa, we have a Doctor deck. Game plan is trying to cast historic spells from exile, preferably wins with Gallifrey stands, but mostly wins by getting to stall and just having more value than my opponents. I had a lot more interaction in staples, but I felt like it was too generic a deck. Just became the big bad immediately, and also missed a lot of Cascade Suspend triggers. I don't want to make this a changeling deck. My restriction is that all land permanents must be historic. I've been trying to keep the theme of there's no useless hits from a Cascade / 10th Doctor trigger, aka can't have a non-modal counterspell. Bracket 2 to 3. Trying to keep all individual cards under $100. Trying to keep each Doctor's trigger relevant, which can be challenging with 17 slightly different game plans each provides. I think that's just fucking impossible, Loki. Trying to look for input that I haven't thought of. Maybe board has a lot of cards, mostly doing this to get another set of eyes. Few cards not contributing much to the game plan. Here's the thing, I'm just going to fucking playtest this deck first. I think your land count's abysmal. I hate Ancestral Vision as a card in a Cascade deck. Just, I guess it works with like the time counter manipulation stuff, so I'm a little bit more sympathetic to it here. But generally speaking, I don't like Ancestral Vision. I'll keep it here, actually. Draw 2 cards. Then you may exile a non-land card from your hand with a number of time counters on it equal to its mana value. Okay. Yes, this is a Doctor's deck.
Urza's Ruinous Blast. I don't like this card. I'd much rather you run like a Fog. Like Dawn Charm. Also, I fucking hate Desynchronization. This card's so bad. It doesn't bounce commanders. It doesn't bounce artifacts. It doesn't bounce sagas. And then everything you bounce, they can replay for value. It's like, it does nothing. It's so bad. I'm sure there's a couple board states that might be fine, but overall, let's add like Confounding Riddle. I think Confounding Riddle would be better. Riddle MV3. Right, like you can look at the top 4 cards of your library, put one in your hand, the rest in your graveyard, or you can counter a spell unless the controller pays 4. Those are the modes. Return all Doctor cards from your graveyard to your hand. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a Doctor creature from your hand on the battlefield. Then you win if you have 13 or more Doctors. Yeah, and he seems pretty good here. Okay. I don't know if I like Kellen joins up. It seems a little bit too low impact. Two commander creatures with the fucking Passionate Archaeologist is crazy. All right, Endstone. I mean, it's pretty decent. Cast a spell, get a card. I think it's still right to take out the Endstone. I do not like Tamio's Journal. That shit is way too slow. Same thing with Lithoform Engine. I mean, every creature is legendary, so... Well, just about every creature anyway. Theriema, yeah, I like that with the all-legendary deck. And in fact, you probably should be running Velia with the Theriema. That's just like, in my opinion, non-negotiable. Where's the apple? Dude, you're not talking about fucking Ariet's Charming Apple, are you? Or like, whatever apple? There's no shot you're talking about that card. Okay, I don't like the Soul Talisman or Mox Tantalite. Those are actually dead cards, because your curve is actually pretty low, all things considered. So I don't think you need to be actually venturing forth either. Well, so I don't know if you heard the primer Masked Thespian, but they literally said, I do not want changelings in this deck. That's not something I'm interested in. So I'm not going to put changelings in the deck. And the reason why also partially is because they want a high historic count. So I'm thinking for lands, we need to up the land count. Like, that's just period for sure. Let's do Bushwhack. Tajiri, Shelter. Right, nothing like a good protection spell. Then, oh, but you can't spin into this that well. I guess same thing goes for Dawn Charm, though. Damn. Bushwhack works, though. Bushwhack's fine. So I guess you want to go then more like Iron. No. Counter, choose one. So Archmage's Charm, I'm happy you did not put that in. It's so hard to cast triple blue. So Confounding Riddle in. Decisive Denial in. I like that one a lot. So, it's giving me all the cards with counters in it and not spells that counter spells. There's that other, like, similar one to the first one. It's like something Indomitable Will. Whoa. Supreme Will. Are channel lanes in the budget? It's like, why? Like, they're good. I also like you find the Villain Slayer. All right. Yeah, like, you can post Seiju. Yeah, Mystic Confluence. It's very strong. Okay, maybe you can run Journey on. Oh, wait, my fault. I forgot what the name of the card was, but like, Rousing Refrain. That card's busted. Add red for each card in target opponent's hand until end of turn. You don't lose this mana. It'd be funny, especially with all the time traveling going on. All right, let's play test this out. Otawara, K9. To beach. Mountain, 1, 2, 3. Relic of Legends. Boop. 2, 3. The 14th Doctor. When you cast the spell, reveal the top 14 cards of your library. Put all Doctor cards revealed this way into your graveyard and the rest in the bottom in a random order. Enter the copy is a Doctor card in your graveyard that's put there from the library this turn. It gains haste. $13. We have 2 choices of Doctor here. Players have no maximum hand size. In the beginning of your end step, each player may draw a card. Each opponent who does can't attack you or permanents you control on your next turn. Or choose a card in your hand. Defending player guesses whether that card's mana value is greater than the number of artifacts you control. If they guess wrong, you can cast it without paying its mana cost. Okay, well, that's fucking really bad. So let's do the second Doctor. So this is a second Doctor. So end step, each player may draw a card. Hang on, can we play any of these? Yes, the War Doctor. Yeah, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. War Doctor. Great. End step, each player may draw a card. Yeah, we will. Next turn. The Seiju. Ah, it's the 5th Doctor. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. The 6th Doctor. Dink, dink. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th Doctor. Boop, 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 boop. Untap all of these. Well, this one entered the battlefield this turn, but we'll also draw a card. Phase out whenever one or more cards are put into exile from anyone. Yeah, we make a copy of the 5th Doctor as well. So these all get 2 +1/+1 counters. Whoa. And you can tap these all for mana again on your end step. Not like that fucking matters, but you can indeed do that. And you're also holding up mana. Well, K9 doesn't work. Anyway, great. You have reverse polarity, and you have the mana to cast it because of the relic. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Draw 3, 2, 3. Like, this is doing stuff, I guess. It is definitely doing stuff, considering 500 cards. Holy shit. I think I am into Spider-Man 2099 here. Although let's get Rousing Refrain. Let's add the bigger on the inside. Because I feel like we just kind of need to lean slightly more into Cascade, which is just the stronger mechanic. Glimpse of Nature's fine. Honestly, Loki, this feels like an Omniscience deck. So what you can do is do Omni Show. So you go Omniscience, Traumatize. Shifting Woodland. Maybe instead of Traumatize, you do something like Frantic Search. Right, save Shifting Woodland, and you can copy Omniscience in your graveyard with the Shifting Woodland. And then you can, right, Gallifrey Stands, return all the doctors you've milled this game to your hand. And then cast them all. Go fucking insane. Maybe you do want Traumatize. Traumatize also just works really well with the 14th Doctor. By really well, I mean it works okay. Fire Refrain's fine. It's just slow. Probably take out Reality Strobe. Let's take out Seriema Feli, I think. Maybe just take out Supreme Will. All right, this should be okay. We could have cast K9 turn 1, by the way. Reveal 1, Graveyard, 1, 2, 3. Doctor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We hit every fucking Doctor on Earth. Holy shit. These all go on the bottom. Oh. Guess we're going first Doctor. Hooray! Pass, 1, 2. Hooray. There's Reki. Anyway, think. Next play you cast this turn has Cascade. Also, we could equip. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. 2 cards in the top row library. Captain Sisei, we can cast for free, right? So we're going to cast Captain Sisei without paying its mana cost. So that's going to trigger this. It has Cascade now. Put a counter on an artifact or creature. Okay, great. 1, 2, 3. Bushwhack. There you go. We've cascaded into Bushwhack. We'll have one of our creatures fight one of your creatures. Think Spectacular Spider-Man goes away. Next turn. For 2. Just keep doing this, I guess. 3 damages them. 3. Telling the kid with Cascade. Like, I don't know. This feels like it's doing stuff. This feels like a nice firm bracket 2. Maybe it can do something in 3 kind of deck. Whoa. There's so many doctors. Honest to God, this kind of melts my brain a little bit. But I feel like the Omni Show kind of line is going to be really fun for you. Where you go, like, traumatize yourself. You have Shifting Woodland going on. And in fact, we should probably add a couple more caves and stuff to just make this work a little better. So for me, that's going to be looking like cutting... probably a couple of the Triomes, if I'm going to be honest. Like, Forest Headquarters, Ketria. And then you're going to go in with Type Cave, O Graveyard. Echoing Deeps, which can turn into a copy of a land card in your graveyard. So if you mill the Shifting Woodland, you can still get it there. Urza's Cave, which can turn into any land in your library. And then also Teleria West, which can also find any land card in your library. And then at that point, honestly, we can probably cut Bushwhack. Great. That feels pretty decent. All right, moving on. Thank you for the submission. Do we have Noi? Or, okay, Mantheon's not going to be here for this one. But, do we have Noi? Whoops. All right, I don't see Noi here, but they said we can do it without them, so let's do it. Let's move these to considering. Let's read the blurb. This is my Inala Black Mage deck. Its goal is to accumulate many of the Final Fantasy Wizard tokens, though it's through Mysidian Elder and Flickering and Bouncing it. Usually it's through Mysidian Elder and Flickering, Bouncing it. Tags are available. Restriction is to maintain it at bracket 3. Restrictions are the only creature. Wizards are the only creatures in the deck. Okay, and Black Mages are the only source of damage. I have issues accumulating a critical amount of mages. What other ways should I make wizard tokens outside of focusing on Mysidian Elder? Would be necessary to lift some restrictions. I also included sideboard cards from Avatar that are possible includes. Okay, so you have Kucha. I imagine we have Step Through. I imagine we even have Vidalkin, whatever the fuck. No, we don't. Let's read Mysidian Elder. When this creature enters, you make a wizard. Okay. Yes, Cloudstone Curio. I do not like Crystal Shard. If you're going to do this, just do Cloudstone Curio. It's the best one. And you'd probably want to run like a Perplex to transmute for it. I don't like Molten Echoes. Reflections were getting a little bit more interesting.
Um, Zero one black wizard token. What did I do wrong? Creature token. I do like Cornered by Black Mages. I feel like that should be in. Whenever to tap, you don't have the one whenever to tap. Like, I feel like this is pretty good, especially since she gives haste to the thing you copy. I guess you don't want to copy it, though. All right. Yeah, determined iteration is fine. Right, that populates and then you sacrifice it. Yeah, like, this is kind of mid. That breaks their creatures only thing. What did we add? What? That breaks their creatures only, their wizard creatures only thing. All of our creatures are wizards. What? The attack is on a noble, right? Oh, it's King Bro. Yeah, okay. It is a human noble. You're right. You're right. Okay, I don't like a lot of the flicker spells that are just like one-off flickers. If anything, you should be running like Saw in Half. And then with Saw in Half, you can also run Archaeomancer. And then now your Grixis. Okay, you already have Archaeomancer. Brilliant. Great. Spellseeker's in. Let's do it. Playtest. Draw. I'm surprised Saw in Half wasn't in this deck already. Shivan Reef. Next turn. Takanuma, pass. Chat, what is this card? Okay, it's Demonic Shooter. I thought it might be, but I didn't recognize that art of it. Anyway, turn 3. Yeah, let's just DT. Or Saw. Or let's get Cloudstone. So we could have done that last turn, done this turn. This turn, you go 1, 2, 3. Mysidian Elder. Make a copy of Mysidian Elder. Bounce the original one. You get 2 wizards. We do not have 2 more basics. Kuja. Turn over. One, two, three, four, 5. Azami. Is it Boilerworks? Pick up a land. Guess let's grab Takanuma. Pass. 1, 2. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Next turn. Cascade Bluffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Raise the Palisade. Wizard. And we could have tapped 1 less land there because of Is It Boilerworks. And then you go pass. And then you go dink, dink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ghostly Flicker. Ghostly Flicker's, I think at this point for this deck, always worse than a Hide on the Ceiling. I think what's scaring me a little bit is just like the lack of instants and sorceries there are in the deck. Like, why do we have demonic consultation? I don't like Herald's Horn. It's a little too slow. First Mirror is fine. Eris Time, thank you for getting a deck review for next week. Honest to God, we didn't draw a single rock that game. I don't even know if you need them. Oh, I can draw a card if I have 4 black mages already in play. Like, let's not do that. All right. Let's focus instead on maybe like highly recurable things. So isn't there like retrace? Oh, draw a card. Yeah, Una's Grace. Target player draws a card. Great. What about Prismari command? Like, honest to God, by the way, it's gonna take too much work to do it here in front of you guys right now. But like, hang on. Frantic Search. You have a lot of bounce lands, so Frantic Search is really good with those. Actually, I don't know if it will be too much work. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. Yeah, Flame of Anor, of course, of course. It's already in. Let's cut Una's Grace. I guess Transpose. I really don't like cutting Transpose, but... Black Waltz. Sorry, Black Waltz. I just feel like it's too slow. Like, that's too slow as well. This card's fine. So, what we do... Geist Wave out. All right. Reflections out. It's just too slow. Curse Mirror out. It's just too slow. All right. And now what you do is you hit him with this. Virtue of Courage. When you ping an opponent, you exile that many cards in the top of your library. So, like, if you have 3 black mages and cast an instant or sorcery spell, you exile 3 instant or sorcery spells from the top of your library. And then, like, don't you just, like, jam this deck full of rituals? You know what I mean? Add a red for each creature you control. Dark Ritual, Desperate Ritual. I mean, Jessica's Will would be pretty good. But you're never going to control your commander, let's be real. Pyretic. Infernal Plunge would be good. You're right, you're right. Seething. Plunge. And then you do want to include these cards. These cards are, I feel like, are ones that a knee-jerk thought were bad, but are actually very strong for Storm decks. It's Unexpected, Windfall, and Big Score. These are both cards I was just like, oh, they're fine. But legitimately filtering red rituals into mana of any color is so important. It's insane. Mesidian Elder is in. Yes, Boingy. It's literally the build around of this deck. All right. Merfolk and Wizard spells. Yeah, that cost reduce like 1% of our deck. Like, I get it's fine with like Cloudstone Curio and stuff, but let's just go ham. So Virtue of Courage is in. We have all the Black Mage generators. We have a bunch of rituals. Let's do Past in Flames. Right, let's lean more into Storm, I feel. And then instead of having a Storm payoff, our Storm payoff is that we are pinging you to death with Black Mages. You can even do, even though you're not Will of the Jeskai, even though you're not going to cast your commander ever. We don't want spell copy, no. Lier, Disciple of the Drowned, that's a wizard. Mizzix's Mastery for finisher. No. Will the Just Guy, Past in Flames, and Lier are finishers. Storm decks don't want Mizzix's Mastery. Peace and love. Peace and love. Storm Splitter. Storm Splitter is funny. I think I'd rather run the Corsu Creation Mage, though. Okay. Virtue of Courage. Relic of Sauron, maybe. And Arcane Signet's already in. Yeah, Mystics' Mastery sucks harder than Past in Flames, Will the Just Guy, and Lier, though. Just do the snap. Snap. Right. Playtests. Discard. Yeah, this hand's really keepable, actually. So, with Augur of Bolus here, we're going to look at the bottom 3 cards of our library. Nope, we actually hit. Instant or sorcery card from among them. Let's get Hide on the Ceiling. Cavern of Souls. Pass. 1, 2. Hide on the Ceiling, Augur of Bolus. And that's the non-token wizard entering, so we get to do this twice. 1, 2, 3. Perplexing Test. And also 1, 2, 3. Look at the bottom 3 cards of our library. The iconic Augur Bolus play pattern. Next turn. Dink. I think you just pass here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big score. Discard Kindred Dominance. Perplexing Test. Draw 2 cards and make 2 treasure tokens. All right. Here's where you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Virtue of Courage. Next turn. Oh boy, here we go. The iconic Storm play pattern. I've done nothing all game. And now I'm about to do a million things all at once. So, Mysidian Elder, copy it, get 2 Black Mages. You guys are about to watch the pop-off of a century here. Okay, great. So, 2 Wizards in play. 1, 2, 3 Tree City, name Wizard. We float 5 red mana. Yep. 1, 2. Pyretic Ritual. Make 3 mana. And we have 2 wizards in play that ping each of our opponents for 2. We exile the top 6 cards of our library. And we may play them this turn. Okay, great. This is the top 6 cards of our library. We're going to battle him. 1, 2. We're going to make 5 red mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to go into our graveyard. And then we're going to exile the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to tap a blue. 1, 2. Frantic Search. Draw 2 cards. Discard Infernal Plunge and Prismari Command. And then draw we untap 3 lands, and we're going to go dink, dink, dink. Also exile the top 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you are perhaps Blue Virtue, doubling triggered abilities, double ETBs, double pings. Boingy, with peace and love. Look at what is happening right now and tell me that we need Blue Virtue. Anyway, we're going to tap 3 Tree City. 1, 2. Let's add 5 black mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, good news. Unexpected Windfall. 1, 2, 1, 2. Unexpected Windfall. As initial cost, let's discard Archmage of Echoes. Draw 2. Add token treasure. Actually, these would be exiled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we go 1, 2. All All right, and then we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, Desperate Ritual, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go Dink, Rite of Flame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can go Dink, Dink, Consecration Mage. And that'll go 1, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on. Now you go Will the Jeskai. 1, 2, 3, 4. Will the Jeskai. Each instant and sorcery spell in our graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. So now all of these are replayable. And guess how many of them are rituals? A fuckload. So you get to ritual again. Like, this just kills the table. And that was turn 6. This is good to go. If you don't like the Curse of Crucia Mage, by the way, and you want to go Black Mages only, that's super easy to fix. You just take this out for the transpose we took out. Like, you just do this. I do think it's better. But also, if it's something that you only want Black Mages to be doing, then transpose is there. All right, last up, we have Mantheon. With a Teysa Karlov deck. I've been running a Sephiroth Aristocrats deck that I wanted to expand to the color of Orzhov, to Orzhov colors and use Teysa, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it properly. It's bracket 3, Vamp Tutor, T-Pro, Smothering Tithe as the game changers. I feel like you're like a little caught up on like game changers. Like yes, game changer moment. No restrictions. I'd like to keep Bloodthirsty Conqueror if I can, because I have a hollow version of it. Is that the blood one? Where's the Bloodthirsty Conqueror? Am I blind? I don't see a Bloodthirsty Conqueror. But anyway, you don't need Smothering Tithe for this deck. T-Pro, I honestly, you don't need T-Pro for a sack deck. And we'll get into that in a moment. Vamp is really good. Bull Citadel is very good. Demonic Tear, of course, is just very good, but there's also not a lot of synergy there. Diabolic Intent. Sure. Let's not airbend creatures. Let's just focus on what makes aristocrats good. Not liking the Worm Coil. Sarah's Emissary feels weird. Like, we have a little bit of like a reanimation thing going on, but let's just keep it to Razaketh, I feel. Especially since Buried Alive seems to be our main discard outlet for those things. And Entomb, like, you just get one of the 3 best ones. It's okay. Lily is a bit too slow. Phyrexian Altar's busted. Aetherflux you don't need. I'm begging you. It's actually, like, just not required at all. And you're not even doing the Bolsa Citadel combo with it, so. Bontu's Monument out. I really just don't like any card that's like, you are not close enough to mono black yet before I like Bontu's Monument. Mox Opal, Lotus Petal. Okay. I'm going to play test the deck as it is right now. I think it will be fine. I think it would be better if we had like Living. So hang on, let's do Living Death first. Living Death is such an important card for this archetype. If you're doing aristocrats at all, you need a Living Death. That's just I believe this full-heartedly. So Living Death in. And at that point, I feel like you just like maybe take Swords out. I do like that card a little bit, but Ink Shield kind of does that job better. And then maybe you run. Ooh, you already have Blood Artist. Rally the Ancestors. You have enough sack outlets. You have Carrion Feeder, Viscerous here. You might not have enough sack outlets, honestly. You don't need Drivnot. He's in the fucking command zone. IMO, IMO. All right, so let's rock Woe Strider and Yeheni. Or actually, instead of Yeheni, let's do Cartel Aristocrat. I like sack outlets that protect themselves. And then as far as lands go, let's take out a swamp for a Bogart Trawler. And maybe a plains for a Nomad. Not Nomads in Core. Fuck, what's it called? Weathered Wayfarer. And then we can kind of play test this out and see how we feel. Deserted Temple. Please tell me we're not on Urborg. Okay, we're not on Urborg. Oh no, we are on your Urborg Cabal Coffers. Instead of Urborg Cabal Coffers, hear me out. What if we did something cute with like just Agadim? Well, Agadim's Awakening's good, but I mean Agadim the Undercrypt. Why does Charbelcher make Heliod a bracket 4 deck? What do you mean? It's not bracket 4. Chat, raise your hand if you think Charbelcher's bracket 4. Two-card combo with Mana Severance. It's 9 mana! It's 9 mana, Constrictor Vic. It's 9 mana. It's 9 mana. Look at how many raised hands there are in chat. No one thinks that's a bracket 4 combo. I think you misunderstand the bracket system. It's 9 mana. I'm going to be rocking back and forth in a padded cell. Dude, here's the thing. You go Lattice. The red player goes, okay, tap all my lands in response to Karn. Karn enters, and then they go, abrade your fucking Lattice. Like, it has counterplay. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Okay. Bogart Trawler's already in. Sajiri Shelter. Actually, maybe not Sajiri Shelter. Let's do the type land sacrifice. Or type sorcery. Midgar. Dink. Dink, dink. I don't like these lightning greaves, by the way. Pass. Actually, let's go Urza's Cave here. Pass. Agadim. Entomb. That is interesting. Let's just Kokosho this turn. And then next turn, what you do, on your upkeep, you go black, Entomb for Razaketh. Black Vampiric Tutor for Reanimate. And then you draw that for turn. And then you go black, Reanimate Razaketh, sack Kokosho. Okay, I low-key actually want to put Stitcher Supplier in this deck. I think we do need more mill to make Crypt of Academe better. But I do think Crypt of Academe is the play. Let's do Stitcher Supplier. Let's take out Lily. Undead Butler. Probably Junji out. I don't know if I like these, like, just rituals. When we're probably better served by more creatures. Like Blood Pet, even. Or you know what's better than Blood Pet in this deck, honestly? If you do get a sack outlet, it's like... Let's run, Ripped Gast. Not Cryptcast. Shambling Gast. There we go. We did it. It's already in. I'm a fucking moron. Type, Pirate, Treasure, mana value 1, dies. Greedy Freebooter. Is there more mill on death creatures or just mill on entry? I think it's only mill on entry after Stitcher Supplier. Pawn of Ulamog. Feels pretty good for a deck like this. And then you do have Beseech the Mirror. I don't want to put Living End in this deck, I don't think. As good as it is with Beseech. Also, you don't need Torment to win. Bastion of Remembrance. And then, ooh, actually, there's a lot of, like, really weird stuff in here. I don't know if you need rocks. I'll let you keep Soul Ring Arcane Signet. But, like, this deck is really just prefers to curve, I feel. More black creatures, please. Let's do color black mill type creature sort MV dies. Eh. Eh. I guess, like, Gnawing Vermin's fine. That's, like, the only one I'd want to add, though. Mire Triton, maybe. Baragorth. Baragorth's so good. Creature. Just do a Cursed Marauder. I misspelled Marauder. Cursed Marauder. Oop. Playtests. Discard. Okay. Draw. We already drew for turn, but Crypt of Agadim. Dink. Next turn. Swamp. Stitcher Supplier, mill 3, 1, 2, 3. We have one black creature for Crypt of Agadim. Think black Greedy Freebooter. Next turn, this is our pop-off turn. We're gonna go dink, dink, swamp, Close and shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Taste of Karlov. Sack Greedy Freebooter. Scry 1 and then create a treasure token. Scry to top, create a treasure. Scry to top, create a treasure. Then you go sack Stitcher Supplier. Mill 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 6 creature cards in graveyard. Use the 2 black floating. Make 6 black mana. Sack Teysa Karlov to Phyrexian Altar. Float another black. Living Death. Welcome back, every pony. So here we saw the Crypt of Agadim edition going ham. We saw the Living Death go ham. Sack the Greedy Freebooter. Make 2 more treasure tokens. Make another floating black. Scry 1. Top. Okay, sack. Oh, we milled 2 cards off Mire Triton anyway. And we also milled 3 more. Anyway, so this is what we're actually looking at. Okay, we're keeping Reanimate. Yeah. So scry top. Ping 2 times. Like, this is pretty goated. Gravecrawler. Wait, we just have infinite, right? This is just a win. I didn't even see the Gravecrawler. So yeah, this is just infinite combo win. Yay, Gravecrawler. Honestly, you might not even need Gravecrawler for this deck. Like, any combos at all. Like, you probably cut all sorts of stuff to make it a little bit weaker even. But overall, Living Death, you should be running it. It's so broken. That was the last deck, everyone. So YouTube, we're going to stop it here.